All right, good morning, everybody. This is Kelvin. Okay, this is our morning MAO once again. I'm going to go right now live into our morning MAO sharing. Okay, same thing again. This morning is all right. There's some changes for those who are, who, who didn't watch MAO for some time, right? I will do all the news first, then I go to the technical analysis. Then towards the end, then I will talk about some of the special charts and other stuff that I want to share with you. So if people are rushing for time or they don't want to be disturbed with alternative view, what you can actually consider doing is that after my technical session is over, I'll inform you, and straight away you can just offline and continue your daily life. Okay, so that's how it goes. Okay, so let's us begin. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, today is the 24th of February, Wednesday. All right. Um, Today's caption is a bit long, but actually there's a lot of things to inform you. Four BMBs, okay, four big movement bars plus triple doji formation. Now, seriously, if you would ask me on its own, I say, Kel, what if you see about BMB and doji happening together? Then I'll tell you that the interpretation will be BMB means the big boys are in. Doji means the market is basically trying to make sure that it's just resetting all the technical analysis in the market. Because as I said before in the Super Tuesday revision, whenever there's a doji, right, we know that usually there'll be a directional move, okay? But why is it so? It's because the doji basically reset all the technical analysis, all the indicators, especially to the midpoint level. So anytime the market go in a singular direction, right, usually the normal retailer will get onto the wrong side of it. So that is why now, if you're telling me now there is actually four BMBs and three dojis, this basically tells me that, right, there should be a very, very big movement coming soon. So, I can't tell you which direction it will be. And I shared this yesterday. I said that likely itself, right, it's either that the Dow will go to 32,000 or the Dow will come down to 30,000. All right, this is my two views here. So if those who are bullish, you can buy towards the 32,000 target. Those who are bearish, you can look at the 30,000 target. So of course, a lot of people say, Kel, then by sense, we should be aiming at 30,000, right? Because it's more money. But the point is this, it's all depending whether the market can go there. So I can tell you 30,000, I can tell you 28,000, I can tell you even 25,000. But if the market doesn't go there itself, right, even the risk reward ratio looks incredibly good, it doesn't mean that you will make money out of it. So this is very important when it comes to this risk management and risk reward ratio expectation itself, okay? So this morning, right, I was having a bit of problem because I went through my usual YouTubers. They are sharing. I mean, these are really good YouTubers. They really have hundreds of thousands of followers, okay, subscribers. Now, compared to me, it's like I'm at 300. But of course, a majority, if not 99%, are all students. But I'm fine with that because I'm not a YouTuber, actually, by chance of it. So what is happening is that I realized that they have changed. Yes, they shifted their goalposts today. Apparently, it's not right. A good chunk of the YouTubers that I have been following, or even the tweeters, their own tweets, right, have changed away from being a bear to a bull. So why is that so? Because it makes a lot of sense. Because look at the market. Anytime the market pulls back, right, almost incredibly at a very neck-breaking speed, the market will recover. Indeed, right? So this is whereby the bullishness is really coming into everyone. And when everyone around us are bullish, it's all right. Naturally, for the market go higher, it should be that particular direction, right? So this Wall Street cartoon that I got from Cartoon Stock, okay, obviously I copied out. All right, is these two bears talking to one another, and he say, "What's this I heard, or what this I hear about you going long?" So you can see that, right? This is a bear, has a very sad face, and apparently now the other bear are saying, "Hey, why I heard you're going long, huh?" Then this guy like, in a way, you know. So I'm just telling you guys that there are bears turning bull. So is it a good sign for the bull market? Well, technically, it basically should increase more of the demand on it, right? That's what I'm seeing from here, on this perspective here. So if traders, if you are ready to convert, then of course, make sure that you trade according to the rules. And I also wish you all the best, and may you make money from the market, okay? So let's motivate one another, okay? Make changes, no excuses, okay? Right, successful investing takes time, discipline, and patience. All right, so of course now you can see that a lot of us are waiting for the big movement, right? Some are looking to make sure that you make big money from the long side. Some of us are still waiting on the short side. So end of the day, it's all about patience. It's all about this taking time, and obviously discipline, aka risk management, is very, very important. All right, so I hope that this two picture will motivate you, and also tell you that you can actually work towards this type of discipline to make sure that you know what to do for yourself when it comes to trading. Okay, so before we start this morning, once again, the morning MAO, right, do understand this. Please reconsider your current financial status first, or condition, before you engage into trading, because trading itself carry risk. Nothing is 100%. Even we can be very good with our techniques, we can be very certain of the market direction, but end of the day, the P&L is the key. All right, if you lose money, you get hit, and of course, you may affect your personal life, your family life. So make sure you trade with the full understanding that, right, there is a potential of losses. Okay, so do understand this. Okay. Now, Bitcoin, wow, Bitcoin yesterday came down, crashed below $50,000. Now, obviously, we know why, right? Because Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called Bitcoin extremely inefficient and warned about its use in illicit activity. So, which means that, right, it's like a very upfront warning to tell you guys that you have Bitcoin, must be careful, because you know you may be involved indirectly with some other stuff. So because of that itself, right, we saw something very incredible. Earlier the week itself, right, or last week, Bitcoin hit $1 trillion. And then itself, right, everybody was saying that, right, Bitcoin is the time to buy. This is the best time to buy, and $100,000, $200,000, $1 million target was announced during the weekend. And everyone around me was looking to buy Bitcoin. And I just tell them, say, look, now market is at a high level now, and the news is so rampant everywhere. You want to buy Bitcoin now? So within just 3 days, Bitcoin now for $1 trillion is now worth less than 900 billion, because it lost 10% just like that. So of course, some people also blame that because of Elon Musk saying that, right, the cryptocurrency now is a little bit high, and that basically weighed down the entire asset. Okay, so it went from 57,000 went to 50,000. At one point, it went down to even 45,000. Wow, this is really incredible. And other cryptocurrency like ERP, Ether, I mean, all of them, XRP, Ether, all of them went down. So basically, it's all right. This is the ongoing thing right now, and because they are saying that some people are borrowing at rates to buy it, and then of course they're paying as much as 144% premium. Okay, so that is whereby usually when people really go berserk, they're going to buy and they're going to borrow money to so-called invest/gamble. Normally the opposite really come in. So that is where I want to tell you guys that this is what happened when everyone is on one side of the market. Okay, so because of this, I already warned you guys that when Tesla basically tells you that they also bought $1.5 billion of this Bitcoin, I already warned that, right, likely Tesla might be coming down. I already said that, right, Tesla might be coming down. And yesterday, right, when Tesla was about $713, I shared this chart with you. I told you that the Tesla may come down to $658. All right, did I say that? So if I actually tell you that Tesla will go down to $658, can you key that 658, these three numbers, into the Zoom group, onto the Facebook group, so that basically, validated that I did say this, 658, all right? All right, thank you guys for confirming that I did say this 658 figure. All right, thank you so much. All right, so I said that why go down 658, because that is a KCB level. So once the market hit the KCB level, right, basically that was where the Tesla rebounded. Okay, so you can see that, right? Once Tesla, basically, you can see on the chart wise, Tesla was resisted at an 866 level, the TSCB circuit breaker level. Then after that, it turned from yellow to red. And I said that, right, Tesla is coming down because the boys are actually selling Tesla. And I mentioned that, right, Tesla, if it break below 714, all right, it will go down to 658. And indeed, yesterday, Tesla went down to 658. So let me go live now to share with you my view on Tesla. Okay, you can see on the chart right now. Here we go. Okay, so you can see that, right? Yesterday, Tesla really sold down all the way. The low went to as low as 618. Okay, 618. Then after that, it staged a strong rebound. Okay, so a strong rebound. Okay, because pivot 2 was 642. And then when it did a strong rebound from here, okay, it rebounded off here, went back above 643, or 643 and 642 was same, around that same level. And then all the way itself, right, before it closed at 697. So of course, if you notice this, the day before, right, sorry, this one I didn't cover for you. I told you guys about the cash usage, right? You can see that the day before, the market closed out below the cash support level for the first time, right? For the first time. So that's why the next day we saw Tesla going down further, which is what we have said before. Usually when the market closed below the cash support level for the first time, the next day there usually be follow through selling. And it really, really happened, okay? So the thing is this, where will this Tesla be going? Well, the view is pretty clear. Now, Tesla rebounded off 3 KCB yesterday. So as long as Tesla can stay above the 3 KCB, which the nearest one is 669, I think Tesla should be safe, okay? But if Tesla really again continue is selling because of whatever reason, then traders be careful. Tesla can really go down further. But my personal belief is that this should be there for time being. All right, anything lower itself will be about 574 for Tesla. But I think that is a little bit too much to go at this moment unless something really bad happened into the financial market. So 574 will be the level that I'm watching, but I don't think that the market will come to that extreme, okay? So I believe that there could be some technical rebound today, but if the market really trashed down below the 634, then probably the market has the potential to go all the way down to this 574 mark here itself, okay? So traders, just take note of that, be careful, and if those are still holding short on Tesla, do consider to book some profit in the market, okay? Cool, huh? $658, Simon. Okay, so that is Tesla sharing with you. Okay, so Tesla yesterday dropped as much as 13% and turned negative for the first time this year. So basically, the market now twists the words now. They say that now, because of the new stimulus measurement coming in, the wide-scale vaccine rollout, the market is going to cyclical shares. Interest rate environment might be happening soon, so people exit from technology and then blah blah blah. So you think back again, right? Just 3 weeks ago, when Tesla was at $800, okay, the analysts did not tell you anything of this. I mean, don't tell me that it doesn't know that the stimulus. Don't tell me that it doesn't know that there will be vaccination coming out. So all these are bullshit. End of the day is right. The market just love to tell you things when it happens. All right, they won't tell you before that because that is what the boys utilize to make their money first. Then when the market comes down, then they'll tell you, oh, what's the reason? And for you, you think that that is the reason, you jump in, and that is usually the case, what happened on a regular basis, okay? So you can see that Tesla broke below the 50-day moving average. This one you can put it on your own, but I believe that you're using is a 50-day simple moving average, okay? Okay, so it broke lah. So that's why it created some robotic algorithm to sell probably. So because they also say that it's because Bitcoin fell, that's why Tesla fall further. And because of this too, in a way, NASDAQ is down almost 3% at one stage itself. So that is why, but I warned you 3 weeks to, like, I warned you a month ago regarding that, right? When Tesla put the Bitcoin into their portfolio, right? I tell you upfront already, the moment that happened, very good chance the NASDAQ itself, right, or S&P will be hit by that particular move. And indeed, it really happened. So remember that I told you about Cathie Wood, right? And I told you that when Cathie Wood said that she will add Tesla, she will add a lot of these counters, technology counters into her portfolio, right? Palantir. So basically, it's all right. You know, when she was doing this and she was saying this, oh, we have so much money and there may not be enough stock to buy. No, you know, immediately when I saw that particular statement, right, it just basically came out wrong, and it just made me recall what happened to one very famous TCS actress when she first when she get her first this star award ceremony, and she basically took back 3 prizes, I think 3 or 4 prizes, and then she says that, right, this year I got so many prizes now, I don't know what next year should I get. You know, that was the same feeling I got back then. And immediately itself, I tell my friends, look, when someone speaks that way, and in my 20 years in the market, I can guarantee you this, it's just a matter of time, this person will get hit. And of course, when Cathie Wood dismissed bubble talk and the Tesla doubted itself just a few weeks ago, she was so confident. She said that no way the market is going to come down. She said that market is going to go up. There's no way to worry about that itself. So obviously, what happened? Wow, Cathie Wood's fund was hit, okay, this morning. Right, of course, it rebounded towards the end because there was some buying. Probably she was a buying, I'm not too sure. But apparently, it's all right. The market coined as the Cathie Wood sell off because all the shares that she has, like Palantir, Tesla, Roku, Square, PayPal, Teladoc, Baidu, Zello, Shopify, and Spotify, all these went down by double digit yesterday. Some went down as much as 20%. So of course, you know, everybody got panicked because, you know, the market just keep on coming down. And the thing is that, okay, this was something new because we warned you, we already tell people that itself. All right, and of course now they're claiming that because now the boat or the ship is too heavy, that's why, you know, there need to be some cleanup. So end of the day is, we all know that her management style is she will double down on her bets and probably is right, you know, increase her exposure since the price is lower. So of course, if the price go higher, then she'll become the right person buying the right time, you know, just like Warren Buffett buying at the right time. But the question is, Warren Buffett buy is all those cyclical stock whereby eventually, you know, the economy recover, the share will go higher. But the stock that she's involved now, all the telco shares, and again, some of them, the valuation itself doesn't meet the current price. So all I can say is this, I have my question mark. I wish her all the best. I also want her to make money. But again, sometimes it's right, we get a little bit, you know, off tangent, you know, the market got a good way to remind you. So we can see on the ARK Innovation ETF in the morning itself, right, literally it smashed down from 136 all the way to 128. So it was down by almost this 10% in just a very quick dive. Then after that, towards the second half, the market rebounded, the NASDAQ rebounded, so is this ETFs. So end of the day, it's like, okay, no worry, all is good. Everything is like nothing happened. Now this is ARK top 10 holdings. You can take a picture of this. Tesla, Roku, Square, Teladoc, Baidu, Spotify, Zello. You know, this is Chris SPR, I think. Okay, Therapeutic, Invite, Corp, and Shopify. So these are the top 10 holdings of hers. And yesterday itself, right, I said yesterday, majority of them was all down by double digit. Just like by the end of the day, they were down by single digit. So you can see that there's a lot of buying coming back into the market. So it's either from retail investors or because of her she buys in, or maybe like the market just feel that it's bullish. And what I told you guys, because of that itself, a lot of people think that right, the market cannot go down. So we should be very bullish in the market. So again, I leave it to you to decide. So what it was more important was Jerome Powell. Now I watched it from 11 p.m. Singapore time. I watched all the way, listen to him. It was very, very clear. So write it down somewhere, my friends. Is this: if any time there's going to be any financial crisis, anytime there will be any financial crisis from now till probably May, all right, don't worry, because Jerome Powell is going to go all out to save the world. Because from what I listened from his sharing, all right, when he was basically speaking to the standard banking community, they was whacking him in this way and that way, and he was very, very calm. He was just telling you things exactly what he already prepared. And basically, in short, it's all right. His point is this: he still thinks that inflation is not there, employment is still below. Because of all this is all right, there's no need to concern, and the economy is far from the full employment data, and it's also the inflation is very far away in a way. So there's nothing to be worried about. Inflation is still soft, so don't even worry. I got all the tools. So he said that, right, we are committed to use our full range of tools to support the economy. So that's why I say this: if any time there's any financial crisis, don't worry. The Federal Reserve is there. The only thing is this: Jerome Powell did not mention about the market most pressing concern, which is the jump of the 2021, the 10-year yields. He just basically skipped that totally itself. So obviously we know what is his reason. So end of the day, he just keep on repeating about what he feel about the current inflation. So the Dow Jones was down by 148 points at one stage. In fact, it was much lower. It was down by almost 300 points at one stage. The NASDAQ was down by almost like 400 points at one stage, right? Then the moment she started to speak herself and he was just giving the assurance to people, straight away by the almost end of the day, the Dow Jones was up. Okay, so that is how powerful Jerome Powell is right now. And of course, by doing all this as well, right, it's either the market buys into what he says, or there's some artificial invincible hand that came in to show up the prices regardless. So I don't know, right? So end of the day, that's the reason why a lot of people now is moving away from the bear market field to the bull market, because they say that since Jerome Powell is calling for it, there's no way the market can come down, right? Then might as well just stay by along. So that is the consensus now, what the traders are having in their mind right now. I can't say they are wrong, but that is really expected thingy, right? So immediately itself, right, you can see this. The reaction was this guy, okay? This Jonathan, okay, from Credit Suisse, okay, straight away yesterday, immediately right, he came in and said that, okay, no, look what, I revised my S&P price target, and this is the second time in the second month consecutively, right? He basically want to revise and upgrade his vision on the S&P. So he's saying that right now, right, the firm new year target is 4,300 for the S&P 500. Wow. Now you know, right, S&P is only like 3,000 and how much? 800 plus. And he's saying that it's 4,003. So he's looking at another 10% at least. Okay. Previously, he was looking at 4,002. Okay. All right. Okay. And okay. And the thing is this. So he revised. And the thing is that he says that because the aggregate S&P earnings now is better, he says that now the economy is reopening, the stimulus is abundant, federal policy is uber accommodative, and obviously 2021 GDP will be better. So why not go, buy. And so that is the thing that he is saying right now. So now you understand why it's all right. Why do this caption and tell you guys there's so many bull running around now, and everybody is calling for bull around basically there. So for us itself as traders, all I can tell you is this: good. That means that if the market, everybody is bullish itself, right? Then if the market goes up, just continue to buy, guys. Don't be worried about that. That's why we also bought S&P recently. We short S&P, we long S&P, we long gold, we short gold. We just basically trade the market. All right, that is the point here. And this is all real because it's all available on internet. And these are guys, they are all the expert calling for that itself. So this is from Business Time about this particular article. Bubble warnings go unheeded as everyone is a buyer of stock. So now equity funds are pouring incredibly into the market. Basically, it's right with the ongoing confidence in the economic recovery, the all the buttress by the governments about the support and vaccination, and obviously, right, the money is being poured in as much as $36 billion was poured in onto the US equity, the biggest inflow in more than 2 decades, according to EPFR. So there is so much money coming in. So obviously itself, there's no way the market should be going down, right? Okay, now I want you to just think and just listen to me one more time itself. For the last 2 weeks itself, right, we have one of the biggest inflows of funds coming into the market. That's number one. Number two, we have all the share buyback coming back again into the market. With all the retailers now are buying into stock, even though it pulled back, people come back to buy. So literally the last 2-3 weeks itself, right, is from a fundamental point of view, is full of funds. But the question mark that I want to ask is this: then why is it Doji? Why is it BMB? So that is my point here itself, my really concern. So if you guys want to hear my concern, then you stay on until the second part of today's MAO, where third part, whereby I do my special sharing, then you see from that view. But of course, if you do not want to be disturbed in terms of what is happening right now, then of course, by the technical analysis over, you can just log off. Okay, that is very, very important. And what is very critical is this. Can you see right here? Everybody take a look. Hedge funds, okay? Hedge funds now are trimming their bearish bet and raising their bullish wager. So which means that now, right, basically traders, hedge funds, the smart people, right? Their net leverage now have switched over from short to long, and it's climbed to a record level this month, okay? And apparently this is compiled by Goldman Sachs, okay? So what does it tell you? That means that really must buy ready. You cannot hold back, right? So it's like everybody's in the buying. And if you don't buy yourself, you miss out, right? Apparently, the market is up by to $12 trillion since March, okay? So everything is crazy. It's even much more crazier than what you saw back then in the 1999 dot-com crisis. So everything looks good. And every time there's a drop in the market, right, the buyers will come in. So you see, basically, the market is full of buyers, okay? The market is full of buyers, and short selling now has reduced, okay? Has reduced. No more short sellers. Everybody is long in the market. So you got my point here? Cool. All right. So if you understand my point is right, can you key the word understood, all right, into the group chat, right? If you understand what I just said earlier, please key understood into the group chat, all right? It's good to actually, matter your phone, listen to me, and then key in. So at least you guys can keep me entertained. Let me know that I'm not talking to the air. It's not easy, trust me, when it's not to public audience. Public audience, I can talk to you guys. Your facial expression will at least put me, if I sit down here, all right, no fan, hot, okay, all right, under the hot lighting, it's actually bright lighting, it's actually pretty tiring. So if you understand what I say, good, right? Okay, good. Wow, okay, now I get to see y'all understanding this. So if you understand this as well, right, then it'll be great. Then why? Then you must come for my next preview, okay? My next preview itself is coming Saturday. Please, guys, I will want your friends, your family members to join me because I want to tell you very important stuff. The more Doji I'm seeing, the more BMB I'm seeing, I'm even much more certain to tell you that the next move is going to be very rewarding for a lot of us as long as we follow the rules of engagement, okay? So the point is this, okay, that bring your friends, okay? Go to tradewiththeboys.com/preview, www.tradewiththeboys.com/preview. Sign up there and they will get email that have the Zoom link. On that day is Zoom, okay? It's Zoom, not Facebook, okay? And then from there itself that they will listen to me for 90 minutes, okay? I'll make sure that they really enjoy the session. Make sure they get a calculator beside them itself so they can punch in together with us and play this and basically use a calculator to predict the next market. I think you guys already know how to do that, right? But of course, you want me to verify and validate, in my way itself. So dear all, I'll cover a few markets, please. We have 43, yesterday was 22, now it's 43, good jump, but let's hit 60, okay, at least 60. So guys, I really want you to bring your friends in, okay? If you really want to pay it forward for all my good jobs I've been doing for MAO, do me a favor, do that then. Okay, thank you. All right, so Dow Jones, you can see initially it cranked down all the way down by 300 points. Then after that, when Jerome Powell started to speak, the market recover. Then after he had finished, the market goes on profit taking. And again, the same thing happened at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Singapore time. The market recover all the way. But it's only the last half an hour again, there was some profit taking now. But still, this is what happened on the Dow Jones yesterday. So the Dow reversed a 360 point loss and end the day higher. You see, that is bullishness. When the market can be down 360 points and end bullish, right? And positive. This is very bullish. Okay, very bullish. Huh? Okay. So because of that as well, right? Because Jerome Powell relieved the concern of the higher interest rate and inflation. And of course, we saw the NASDAQ actually ran below the moving average, or even including ours. Our MA30, right, which I already told you guys, when market break below MA30 was a sell already. So basically, he's saying that the inflation is still very soft. There's no reason for concern. And energy and financial are doing well. Now, energy going well because we know that the dollar, we know that this is the problem because of the easy money. And then why financial? Because you must understand this. If the 10-year yields start to go up, right, that means interest rate environment, the short-term interest rate will likely go up soon. So that will benefit the financial market. That's why yesterday you see most of the financial stock, right, didn't come down when the Dow was down at 200-300 points. In fact, most of the bank stocks actually went up. So the question you may ask is that, KEL, is it a good time to buy bank shares? Well, I put it this way, as long as there's no big sell-off in the Dow Jones, naturally bank shares will go up, okay, naturally. Okay, this is something you must understand. But if there's going to be any financial calamity or financial problem, then of course the bank share will be hit regardless. Okay, but still, right, if there's any inflation in the long haul, usually bank shares will benefit out of that. All right, so got the idea now? Okay, so because of that, it's all right with all the optimism in the market. Basically, everyone is looking at much higher level. Majority of the U.S. investment banks is looking at S&P to be 4050 minimally for this year, which some is looking at 4002 to 4004. Okay, so these are the numbers we have, and of course, the latest information or latest news says that all is good. All right, all is really good. That the market came back strongly. Market passed the losses. Bitcoin, although was down, but market still go up. So basically, they're telling you that, right, there's nothing to worry. So at this very moment now, it seems to me that anything and everything is about buy. So traders, as long as the rules of engagement allow you to buy, you are now with all rest of the world. Okay, you are with the rest of the world. So as long as the rest of the world is going the same direction as you, then you are safe. But again, I would like to reiterate my point. If the rest of the world is on one side, then be very careful. The balance beam may not be going in that particular direction if, let's say, things doesn't turn out well. Okay, so you got my hint. I hope you got my hint. Okay. All right, so let's just recap what happened on the Dow Jones. Now, apology, I need to just say it upfront. This chart that I screenshot was about 5:55 a.m. this morning. So there was a 5 minutes difference, right? By end of the day, the Dow day chart ended yellow. So there's no color change on the Dow chart. So it's my fault here. I printed too early. So, but let's go through the motion. Now, yesterday, the opening price of the Dow is here. And there was no pivot. As long as no pivot is sell, right, above OP is a buy. So that's what happened, right? Because the KSI happened to be green in color. But if the market goes below OP, then naturally it will come down. And I told you guys, it may come down to this price, right? 31,214 level. And obviously, some of us have actually profited from there at 31,214. So we really bought near the low once again using the KCB technique itself. See, wonderful, right? This is really powerful. You already can buy at the low. And imagine that itself, when that happened, right? Because the KSI is green in color. So when the Dow Jones go to KTR -1 to -3, then naturally, right, if the market do a CCRY on the KTRs, it will be a buy, right? Isn't that correct? So if you look at what happened yesterday, beautiful. Look at it, my friend, just look at it. The market basically was going sideways. Now, when a market failed to go to KTR +1, I always tell traders this: if the day chart KSI is green, but the market cannot go to KTR +1, you must be very careful because the market may go into profit taking. So what was the first warning sign is here. So can you see this? This is actually a BMB. Can you see that? This is a BMB, then followed by a color change. Yellow turns to red. Then when the market goes below OP, based on the rule of engagement, right, below OP, it'll be a sell. And indeed, the market came down the first wave. When it came on the first wave, he hit the KTR -1. So this is what we said earlier, right? And the market staged a very nice recovery, go all the way up. But incredibly, when he hit down there, he missed the OP by just a few points. Then what changes again was here. Can you see that now? There's another BMB right here on the red bar. There's no trigger, but it's a BMB. So it just warn you that the boys are actually in the market and they probably maybe the sell side. And when that happened, it's all right. That was where the market suddenly went into a flash mode selling. But when it came down, it's all right. We keep on reminding players to buy back some position because you can see the KSI was actually green in color when the price was falling. And if you follow what I just said earlier, where the market go to KTR -1 to -3, and it comes with a CCRY, look out for buy, and indeed, it really happened, and it really happened. See that? And of course, this is a BMB. The yellow bar is a BMB, so it's a CCRY triggering KTR -2 with a BMB. That's why the Dow recovered. So all this thing itself is nothing new. All these are something that you learn from us, and you really can apply in the real market. You just have to follow rules. I said, you just have to wait for your turn. When the thing comes and manifests in front of you, you just go and buy or sell according to plan. All right. So if you think that this trade, the boy system, is really good, it's all right. Please key please key very good. All right, into this. Okay. If you can do me a favor, just key very good into the group chat. All right, because this one you can see very clearly it's all right. Whatever we say on the day chart, it really manifests according to plan. All right, pretty cool, right? Okay. All right, so you can see that it's already very important to really follow the system. Okay, it's very, very important. It's very important to follow the system because as long as the system tell you what to do, you just trade according to plan, write it down somewhere and prepare your trading day. You just have to follow. The only thing is that you must wait for it to happen first. For our system itself, you don't predict. You let the market move. Then when the market hit to a certain technical point, it will be there and it will tell you what to do, and you just have to follow. By following is a key point. All right. The thing is that if you don't follow, then nothing can be done. So that is the difference between our system and the rest of the system. Because other system must predict what will happen next. Our system don't. Our system just literally just follow. Okay. So that's why we have this quote, right? Don't think, just follow. Okay. Thank you guys for participating into this. All right. Appreciate that. Thank you so much once again. Okay. So now let's look at the Dow right now. Hang Seng is open soon, but let's the Dow right now first. Still got some time. Okay, I do Hong Kong first then. Hong Kong is going to start in about 4 minutes time. Now this is Hong Kong day chart. Hong Kong day chart. Okay. Hong Kong day chart, the MA30 is here. It's going to be pushed up to this point here. MLP, wait a minute, this is the BMB. So MLP will be somewhere around here today. All right, about 30,230. So as long as the market stays above 30,230, it should be pretty safe for in general, it should be very safe for the Hang Seng itself. All right, as long as Hang Seng stays above 30,230, it should be safe for Hang Seng. Okay, let me just write it down for you. That's MLP, by the way. So about 30,230. Now, of course, it's not drawn to scale, so you just have to do your extra homework on that. But watch out for Hang Seng. It should be opening soon. Now, Hang Seng, the BMB SL, right, is here. And the last 3 days, Hang Seng came down, touches the BMB SL, and then stage a rebound. So this BMB SL seems to be a very strong support there. Hang Seng MA30 is 29,735. So it's a bit far at the moment. So no need to express any concern, all right, for that. Okay, so we just have to wait for a while. to see how the market manifests from here. Okay. All right. So Hang Seng will open in about 2 more minutes. I'm going to just put a quick one and run over to the Dow Jones. Now for Dow Jones today, it's also got no pivots. Once again, Dow Jones got no pivot. So again, the opening price would be the key hallmark to watch out for. As long as the market stays above OP, the market will be a buy. So this one is very, very important information for you traders. Just watch out for that as well. Okay, if if Dow Jones stays above OP, it still be a buy, and the KSI is green in color. The KSI is green in color. So because of that, you don't need to really worry about that on the long side, okay? All right, so Hang Seng, we're going to be starting very soon in Hang Seng. Let's look at the timing now. Now we are at about 50 seconds away from Hang Seng. So I'm going to just put in Hang Seng chart right in. Okay, I'm gonna put it there. Okay, Hang Seng will be starting soon. All right. About 30 more seconds before Hang Seng start its trading day. Okay, so another 30 seconds now. Once the Hang Seng open, I'll tell you exactly what to look out for Hang Seng. All right, I know there's a time lag between us, but still, at least you can get a view of the market and you will know exactly what you can look out for to trade the Hang Seng for the Hang Seng traders. Okay, Hang Seng is going to open up in 10 seconds time. Let's be on standby and let's the market begin. Okay, let's just see what the Hang Seng will be doing right now. Okay, Hang Seng gap up again. Hang Seng gap up. Okay, because the Dow recovered, Hang Seng recovered. So Hang Seng gap up to 30,620. All right, Hang Seng gap up. So Hang Seng now opening price is between the two pivot 1 and pivot 2. As long as Hang Seng stays above OP, Hang Seng could be going to 30,971. But if Hang Seng goes below OP, then Hang Seng may be going down to 30,127. Now, because the KSI is green in color, the market will be biased towards the long side. So if Hang Seng goes up itself, goes up, right? Okay, it's expected. If Hang Seng come down to KTR -1 to -3, look out for any CCRY position that triggers it, and then look for buying. Okay, if Hang Seng do come down, because the Hang Seng is going to be biased towards the long side for today. Okay, all clear on that? Okay, so that is the Hang Seng chart. Okay. All right, so take this away. So we show you the Dow right now. I'll just keep moving. Some technical error at the moment. Okay, hold on. Some technical error here. Okay, so we go. All done. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones for today. So a lot of lines here. Let me just get myself clear what's going on here. Okay, so this is the MA30 first. Okay, so the other one is that this is also the new BMB, because it's a new BMB over here. Yesterday's new BMB. Okay, so this one purple one, let me just stick this up here. Okay, here we go. All right, so for today's market, let's take a look. Okay, the MA30 for the Dow Jones today is 31,257. Okay, that is the Dow Jones MA30. So we have seen yesterday the Dow Jones touched the MA30 and staged a rebound, right? So it is very clear that the MA30 has a very strong influence onto the Dow Jones, okay, in this case. Now, today's MLP obviously is also very close. Okay, it's a Doji. So MLP is about, let me see this, roughly All right, you can do your own drawing. If you can contribute in the group chat, be great. It's about 31,546. Now, of course, mine is not drawn to scale, so you can do your own computation there yourself. Okay, so the is 31,546. So now the Dow Jones is trading at 31,580, right? So that means that the Dow Jones is above MLP. So the market, there's the bullishness is there in the market. Okay, that means there's some bullishness there in the market for the Dow Jones. Okay, so that is how you can actually utilize this as a guidance for yourself. For traders, please watch out for that. Okay, all clear? Okay, so we move on to the daily chart. Daily chart wise itself is still hanging around the same level. Nothing have changed. Just FYI, guys, Hang Seng is still trading higher. Hang Seng is still trading higher. Now it's at 30,743 already, yeah, Hang Seng. So traders just be please know what you are doing. Okay, and the Dow Jones now on the long-term chart is still there. Nothing much have changed. It's all the dojis. So seriously, the market is really incredible. This is the Dow Jones right now on the long-term weekly chart. Also doesn't have much change. Second doji possible. So traders just watch it. Okay. So you can see that now Hang Seng is trading higher. So above OP, right? You just go for long, and you can see that the Dow Jones, Hang Seng already given you about 100 points profit lah. Of course, you cannot enter the market based on any rules, but of course, if you jump into the minute chart and you went into long, then of course, you probably can get some profits from there itself. But nonetheless, you can see from here that that's why you cannot fight against the rule of engagement. If the market says that it's above, if it's between the two pivot, right, you just have to follow above OP, you can go for the long, and that's what's happening now on the Hang Seng. Okay, let's look at Dow Jones now. Let's take a look. Now Dow Jones, as you can see on our TWB chart itself, right, there isn't any pivot, right? So the OP will be the guiding light for this. As long as the market stays above OP, I believe the Dow will test again this 31,613 level, because that is again the KCB. Now yesterday the Dow Jones touches the KCB. Can you see that? Yesterday the Dow Jones touched the KCB, and after that, after it touches the KCB, straight away it pulled back down almost 300 points from the market. So would this actually happen again? I'm not too sure, but traders can watch this level closely and see whether or not that it may repeat on this. Okay, so traders, you can watch out for this. Okay, on the KCB at 31,613. Okay. Now the KSI is green in color, right? So naturally the market will be biased toward the buy side. So anytime if the Dow Jones come down to KTR -1 to -3 and any CCRY, right, it will be a good buy instead. Okay, it'll be a good buy instead. Okay, so traders, please watch out for all these key level. All right, okay, just don't miss them out, because all these are the key levels for the market. Okay, all right. Then let's look at gold right now. Look at gold. Okay, sorry, I do a NASDAQ then. Okay, NASDAQ, you can see very, very beautiful. Look at the chart. Now this is the long-term chart that I draw since early start of last year. Then I extended it up and then continue. So yesterday for the NASDAQ, basically, wow, look at it. Look at the way it impressively stays exactly, the closing price stays exactly on it. And this morning it opened and went above the line. So really, technical analysis, this is really incredible, right? It has to be, when you do a technical analysis, it really has to work. Then the whole effect is there. If you're drawing technical analysis, if it doesn't work itself, then that defeats the purpose, correct enough. So you can see that for NASDAQ, right, it really went back up again. So now as long as NASDAQ stays above this trend line of mine, I believe that NASDAQ should be firm for today, like upside. In terms of MA, let me just show it to you. Now, of course, the MA that's on CNBC side, they're using the 50-day MA. Mine is 30-day MA. They are using simple. I'm using this weighted. So different. There's a difference between us. Okay, so now you can see on the NASDAQ. All right, MLP for today. Let me just draw it for you. The MLP is somewhere around here at about 13,200 level. So as long as the NASDAQ stays above 13,200, the NASDAQ should be safe. All right, but the MA30 is quite a distance away. The MA30 is quite distant away. So is it a concerning factor? Yes, indeed. So the MA itself is 13,494 at the moment right now. So it's still very far away, about 200 points. So of course, if the NASDAQ stays below OP, then the selling will continue again. If the NASDAQ can hang above OP, at least for today now, temporarily, it's still going to be positive. So traders, you just have to watch the OP very closely for today NASDAQ. Okay, very, very important. Okay, got the idea? Yeah, indeed, this is very, very, very important. Okay, so clear the lines. So how about using our chart for drawing S&P NASDAQ today? Right, today NASDAQ very clear. Today NASDAQ opening price is above the pivot one. I repeat, today NASDAQ opening price is above pivot one. Above pivot one. So very clearly, as long as the NASDAQ stays above OP, today is a buy day. All right, it's a buy day. But the only problem is that the KSI is red in color. So if the NASDAQ goes up to KTR +1 to +3, then if the market hit there, do consider to take profit. Okay, this is something very important. Where the KSI is red in color, right? And if you are buying into the NASDAQ example for today, above OP, CCRY, all can buy. But if the market basically hit KTR +1 to +3, then if you can see that there's some form of resistance, then do consider to take partial profit because the KSI on the day chart is actually red in color. This is very, very important information that you must register and remember it. If not itself, right, you may know how to buy, but you don't know how to take profit. Then that'll be pretty sad though. Okay, clear? Okay, so that is the NASDAQ right now. Let's move on. Now, how about the gold market? How about the gold market yesterday? So gold market yesterday went up initially, right? Then after that, it fizzled out towards the end of the day. All right, so basically now the boys are saying that, or the media are saying that, right, gold has corrected about 16% from the peak. Can we buy now or should we buy now? Some say that, well, gold stay above 1800, right? But then again, from the Jerome Powell, his view, it may pressure gold downwards. And this more downside, like, it seems to be the main agenda across some of the analysts. Okay, so let's us look into gold and see what you can do yesterday first. Now, yesterday, gold opening price is actually between the two pivot, right? So when it goes above OP, nothing wrong. You should be on the buy side. But because the KSI happened to be red in color, so if the KTR, if the gold hit KTR +1, there will be some selling. Then if the market goes below OP, right? If you go below OP, it may go down lower to KTR -1 to -3. So from the chart, really, we know that, right, where it will go and where should be the resistance and where could be the so-called support in the market, right? So let's see what happened. Indeed itself, right, when the gold price went up above OP, it didn't even go to KTR +1 and it pulls back already. And it's a BMB, right here, followed by a CCYR. Now this particular setup, there's no trigger, so you can't really enter, but at least it's a warning sign to tell you that you need to be very careful. And of course, later on, what you can see that gold really came down, broke below OP, and then come to KTR -1 and almost -2. All right, but because the KSI was green in color, the market staged a strong recovery, but still it was more towards the downside. So that's why when the day chart KSI is red in color, right, it's more towards sell than buy, like, naturally. So if you understand this as well, right, please key GOLD, GOLD into the group chat. So just make sure that you follow the rules of engagement, then you will not get it wrong. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, so now let's us see how can we forecast the view on gold today. Okay, right, for gold today, the opening price again is very near to the pivot. It's incredible. Recently, all these things are happening. Okay, So for gold, it's very clear. Gold has triggered the pivot 2. So as long as gold stay above pivot 2, any CCRY will be a buy. But because the KSI is red in color, if gold hit KTR +1 to +3, then be careful. Gold may be, okay, may face some resistance there itself. So if gold basically go to KTR +1 to +3, gold may face some resistance over there, okay? Now, the blue bars are still there in the market. And if you look carefully, the blue bar yesterday extended a little bit downward. So that means the selling pressure has increased a little bit more. So as long as gold stay above OP, it's fine. But if gold breaks below OP, right, and go below P2, right, then be careful because gold may come down. So gold may come down to where? Now, based on the next KCB, or chocolate bar is 1782. I repeat myself, if gold do come down, gold may come down to 1782 level. Okay, it may go down to 1782 level if gold fail to stay above the pivot 2 level, and that's 1804. Okay, guys, very clear cut. If gold cannot stay above the 1804 level, gold may come down to this point, 1782 level. All right, cool, guys. All right, hope you guys get this little sharing from me. And of course, we look at the silver market and crude oil market. Silver, you can see silver, all right, yesterday failed to stay above the MLP of the white candle. And then naturally it's all right. You can see that silver price basically got pulled back. Now today the MLP will be here. So as long as silver stay below the MLP level, then stay below, then there'll be some resistance. The MA30 has moved a bit higher. So in terms of the trend, silver is still going upwards, but resistance is at MLP for today. So for people who want to buy silver, you're still good to buy silver. Just that there's some resistance at the MLP level, and it's about $27.90. Okay. All right. If you're not too sure how to do MLP, yesterday I did a very thorough revision on MLP. Please go to our Trade the Boys revision group chat, which is this particular same group you're in now. You can actually watch it. Okay. Yesterday's 2 p.m. This Super Tuesday revision. Okay. Okay, so that's silver. Now for crude oil, I already told you yesterday, crude oil, there may be some resistance, and indeed, crude oil hit $62.62. After that, it basically pulled back. So you see, this is really incredible, right? And of course, it's a BMB, BMB, it's not BMB, sorry. This one, wait a minute, I'll be confused now. Okay, never mind. The MLP for today is about $61.58. Okay, and this will be the new revised crude oil MA. The crude oil MA revised level is now at $58, so it's still a bit distant away. Now, of course, the thing is this, you can see artificially there's some strong resistance at around this area here at $62. So if the crude oil price do fall, all right, okay, likely itself, this may happen. Crude oil may pull back, and if crude oil pull back, likely equity market will also have some form of resistance. So only if, let's say, crude oil comes down and basically touches the MA30, right, which has seen before, then it'll be a good time to buy into crude oil, okay? So for short sellers, if you think that crude oil is going to come down instead, then you can short and aim towards the MA30, but that is if the price really come down in that fashion, okay? So this is very important information for you, for those who are trading the crude oil. Okay. All right, so that is crude oil, and I finished the gold. And let's look at the Bitcoin. Now, yesterday, Bitcoin, although there was a very huge amount of selling in Bitcoin, but still, Bitcoin yesterday, we used our system. You actually can see that it was still very profitable for us for Bitcoin. Yesterday, there were 4 trades available for us to trade, and all of them gave profits. Now, single tick means about $300 profit. Triple tick means $800 and more profit. Double tick is $500 or more. So yesterday, we have 4 trades in the Bitcoin, and 4 trades actually got profitable. So that is the reason why it is very good to actually utilize this for trading Bitcoin. Okay. All right. So how about the Bitcoin for today's trading? Let's take a look. Okay, now for today's trading, I want to express my concern here. Okay, well, take a look, everybody, for Bitcoin. The opening price today is between the two pivots, 51,647 and 41,693. So it's about $1,000 range here for today, about $1,000. Okay, then if you stay above OP, naturally it's a buy because the KSI is green and there's no blue bar at the bottom, meaning the market is pretty bullish. But using my new indicator called TSCB, there is a resistance at 49,598. So very simple. If Bitcoin can stay above 49,598, then Bitcoin should go higher today. Okay. But if the Bitcoin cannot cross 49,598 convincingly, then Bitcoin may see some profit taking around that area. Okay. And if you notice this, Bitcoin yesterday closes below the KSL level for the first time. So logically speaking, by technique, right, Bitcoin could be going down again. It can go down to 44,989. I repeat, if Bitcoin later do come down below OP, right, the Bitcoin may test 44,989 level. Okay, so this is my personal take on Bitcoin. So let's see whether later, all right, we will see the same thing happening. But of course, with the KSI green in color, right, anytime Bitcoin comes down severely, if you think that you feel like buying and the rules of engagement allows you to buy, then of course you can consider doing that as well for Bitcoin trading. Okay, all clear? All right. Okay, so that is for Bitcoin, and that's it for all my TA stuff. So if you guys have heard enough on the TA side and you want to exit right now, you can do that before I do my in-house sharing on other special stuff. Okay. All right, those special stuff is all right. Maybe bias, it may be skewed to one side. It may not be following the trend. So traders, if you are not, if doesn't want to be affected by all this, you can actually consider exit right now. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, 10 seconds has passed. Let's continue my rest of my sharing. Now, basically, right, I yesterday talked about Cassandra. Cassandra is the nickname used by this Michael Burry. And for some interesting thing happened. Now, the day before, Cassandra, aka Michael Burry, gave this tweet. People say I didn't warn last time. I did, but no one listened. So I won this time, and still no one listens. But I will have proof I won. So indeed, he really sent out all the messages and posted on Twitter. But something have interesting change. Today, this morning, I went back to his Twitter. I couldn't find anything. All the articles were emptied. Now, initially, I thought that I was banned by him, but I was thinking through, cannot be right. So what I did is I went through every other ways to make sure that I got it correct, and I realized that he really emptied all his content. So in case I'm wrong, if anyone got Twitter, can you go to Cassandra or Michael Burry and let me know whether his tweets are still there, because I see it's empty. So I hope I'm not the only one seeing this or not. He banned me, man, cannot, because I never text him. I text Steve, but I never text him. So let's see, let me know if actually this happened now. It means that in short itself, if it's typically the type of doctor feel like, he warned you, he take a screenshot and that's it, he delete away. So it's like telling you that it is he really warned you, but up to you to believe or not. Okay. Oh, really? I call it all empty. Oh, okay. So I'm not the only one. Okay, so basically, again, I like typically what Steve actually had to say for the Federal Reserve, during his Jerome Powell was doing his meeting. So he said that J. Powell will do everything possible today to jawbone the yield, which is very clear. The Fed is so afraid of the neutral market equilibrium, it will feel compelled to either jawbone or implement policy at every sign of trouble. Over 12 years of this is how we ended with the largest bubble in history. Indeed, I mean, basically, if you actually look at what Jerome Powell and all his predecessors have been doing, as long as a problem, you just print. So you will not have a problem. So as long as you keep on printing and keep on printing itself, right, there will be no problem at all, guys. Okay, no problem if go ahead. Okay, all right. So as long as you guys things knows that, right, there's no way the stock market can come down, because this is very clear. They just keep on pumping money. So this guy replied to him and said that stocks all-time high, home prices all-time high, Bitcoin all-time high. Of course, it's changed a little bit. Corporate bond at all-time low, mortgages at all-time low. This one back to for you to check. But still, end of the day itself, right? Okay, it's telling you that, right, the market is all on one side, and it is that there's a lot of buyback in the market right now. You can see the buyback in January and February this year has increased again. So that's the reason why the stock market just cannot come down. All right, this is elsewhere a bucket for you. So this is a very interesting chart. Okay, this is showing you that, right, anytime there's a 10% pullback, how regular it is. So the argument here is, all right, you can see the 10% pullback is actually getting more and more regular over the last few years. But on the other side is that because it's so regular, right, that means it basically came down and went back high. So that means the bullishness is actually very strong. So two sides of coin, people will see as getting more and more regular, more frequent, so the market may go for another pullback soon. Some will say that, right, because it's so regular, meaning that a lot of people are buying regardless. So two sides of the coin in this particular chart. So you make your own decision from here. Then when I go to the fear and greed index itself, right, it's at 58 only. So it's very far away, because 1 week ago was 71, now it's 58. So it seems to be the market has room to go higher. That's why the bullishness is there. And of course, you can see now, right, the investors, the fund managers now are very, very bullish. You can see it's very, very bullish. Of course, two-way look at it. Some of them say that it's very bullish, can go higher. Some of y'all say that, right, it's so bullish now, based on the past patterns, it may pull back. So again, it's going to be very subjective. So when the market is bullish, it's very difficult to say the market is not going to go up, right? In fact, it may go even higher. But at the same note itself, right, when it's so bullish itself, right, the market is on one side. Anytime the market pulls back, right, then of course things can really go pretty nasty. So that is all the shares for you to today, MAO. So you make a decision, follow the system. That will be the best way to make money. And I wish you all the best. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.